for public office sing, which should be fun. Let's see, on the 30th, there is a ribbon cutting for the Beltline Northwest Trail segment, as well as an open house for the sub area 8 plan, as well as a zoning 2.0 help desk with the city. So you could pretty much waste your entire day doing city things if you were so inclined. Let's see, on the 6th of November is the House ATL convening for those who are interested in affordable housing. On the 10th of November is the proposed TAD extension public hearing. Center for Civic Innovation has a very good explainer online about that. If you're interested, I can send you a link. I am hoping to get some civically responsible people to show up at that and speak out against this appallingly bad proposal. If you're interested, reach out to me, Don. Let's see, Agape Center Run for Love is on the 16th of November. Collier Road Advisory Group meeting on the 17th of November. CCI Good Trouble Awards on the 11th of December. And there is a Walk with Planner event that I don't know a whole lot more about on the 13th of November that is going to be going around Bolton. Let's see. On that note, then, yes, new developments. We have new developments going on the Myers Carpet Building on Northside Drive, which is now Beltline adjacent, and the Georgia State Teachers Retirement System, which is redeveloping the old gas station across the street from the end of Belmead. So much going on Northside Drive. Since we last met, I have appointed a new NPU-D Climate Resilience Officer, who is Shelley Nason, but she said she does not have a report for us this evening. On that note, then, I sent out the minutes from last month along with the agenda. Has everyone had a chance to review those? Would someone like to make a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Andy, second by Eva. Does anyone object to our approving last month's minutes? Hearing none, the minutes are adopted. Moving on then, let's see. Do we have anyone here from the police department?
Sorry to interrupt. Is there a chance we could, like, someone could make a motion or make a decision to bring the matters for voting up to the front of the agenda, given a lot of folks are on the call for the votes and there's a time constraint for many of us to be on?
I understand. The order of things on our agenda is given to us by the city, and the agenda is adopted by the executive committee. So the agenda has already been adopted, and the folks from the city who speak at the front of the agenda are actually on city time while they're here. So we don't want to waste their time. Okay? Captain Jones, you have your hand raised. Or you did. Are you muted?
Hey everyone. Hey, how are you?
Doing fine.
Hey, I'm Captain Rodney Jones. I'm the new Zone 1 Assistant Commander. I'm here with Major Baldini now. She got promoted, so some of you that
That's
don't know,
Major
she got promoted.
Baldini now. She was
Yes,
promoted.
Major Baldini. That's right. We have worked together in a lot of previous assignments. I'm very, very excited to continue to work with her. Not to have the meeting held too long. I started off here in Zone 1, so it's very surreal for me to come back and be one of the assistant commanders. I look forward to it. I have a lot of background experience in our criminal investigation division. Just recently came back from the FBI National Academy as well. So bring a lot of those resources with me to this community. So I'm just looking forward to working with you guys. Just to quickly get into some of the crime, our violent crime in NPU-D is down. We had one violent crime over the last 30 days, and that case has been solved. It's a battery case, so I didn't want to get into that one, sexual battery. We also have what we have seen that drove a lot of crimes within NPUD has been a lot of our property crimes, mostly just the shopliftings that we've been seeing at the Family Dollar, the Restaurant Depot, and some of the Dollar Trees, especially 2001 James Jackson Parkway. We have made 4 arrests as it relates to that, and we also have completed pad diversions for 3 of those individuals. What we have seen is they've been stealing a lot of look like basic necessities, some soap, socks, clothing, things of that nature. Outside of that, what we're seeing the most of is just some of our package thefts off of porches, some stolen mail as well. So just want to encourage people as we get into the holiday months to make sure that you can kind of schedule those packages when you are at home. Also, you can utilize some of the Amazon lockers or hubs to consolidate some of the packaging, so that you can pick them up in your own leisure, or just schedule them so a lot of your packages can be delivered at one set time as opposed to just having them delivered at sporadic times to try to cut down on that as well. We have continued to do a lot of proactive enforcement. We have done 119 stops. I know you guys were very concerned about the big trucks on Bolton Road. You should see that that has subsided because I made sure our traffic unit is out there writing a lot of tickets to those individuals that choose to keep disobeying that particular law. Like I already talked about the diversion as well that we had. So just so you know that we have done a lot of directed patrols in the areas that are needed. Um, and we're going to continue to deploy those strategies as needed to make sure that we fit Major Baldini approach on that holistic approach where we're not only just arresting individuals, but we're providing services where we can to let them know that we're a full service police department. If you have any additional questions, I'm here to answer the questions. I don't want to prolong the minutes.
Okay. Do we have any questions for police? Zone 1. No, I don't see any hands raised. Do we have anyone here from Zone 2?
Yeah, how you doing, sir? This is Lieutenant Bourne with Zone 2.
Welcome.
How you doing? Similar with Captain Jones in Zone 1. We only had one violent crime, which was domestic in nature. Primarily, the issue has been property crimes, mainly theft from vehicles. Um, we have seen the decrease from the last 28 days. However, right now we have an orange Dodge Charger right now that's in the area. We still trying to identify like the tag and the people that's committing these crimes, but just be on the lookout for an orange Dodge Charger. Is committing a lot of those property crimes in the neighborhood, and also actually a red Ferrari, which is very identifiable. So if you see those vehicles in your community, please don't hesitate to call 911.
Okay.
And just a reminder, because the holidays are coming up. Just make sure that when you have your packages, you know, coming from the mall, coming from the stores, just make sure you wait to trash day to throw all your big packages away, because you just don't want to be a target.
Okay. Jarrett, you have a question?
Yeah, I'm over in Blandtown. I'm on the Blandtown board there. There's been an ongoing issue in the neighborhood with a place called the Midtown Collective, operating as a photography studio, ostensibly, but actually are throwing very large parties and events with lots of alcohol and things. Residents have called 911 repeatedly on this. I know officers have come out. There's been the business been cited. We've been told they've been operating without proper licenses. We've been told that they didn't appear for their court date, and yet they are still continuing to operate and do things. I'm not sure if that is on your radar or not, but I want to make sure that it is. I get a note from our residents about every 2 days on this. They've been told to continue calling 911 and sending officers out every time that there's a disturbing event there. So if you're not aware of that, then please help us.
Are you in Zone 1 or Zone 2?
I believe we're right on the edge of Zone 2, Jim.
Okay.
What's the address for that makeshift business?
It is on Fairmont Avenue, 1429 Fairmont Avenue, Suite Inn. It's kind of like back around the corner of this big warehouse building.
Okay. And do they have a pattern when they throw events that you know of?
No, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Hey, Born, just so you know, that Zone 1 actually responds to that location. I know it's on the border between Zone 1 and Zone 2, but
Honey,
for law enforcement purposes, it is Zone 1 that responds there. This
Evan's
has
on.
it has already been put on our radar again. We have reached out to license and permits. We are council member Hillis has already brought this to our attention. It has been expedited up through our system, so we will be actively enforcing this location again. So it is on our radar. Thank you for bringing it to our attention again. And I do have my information again at the bottom of the chat. So please don't hesitate or wait till we get on one of the NPU meetings to bring this to my concern. So you can send me an email or call me at any time. But just want to let you know that we have already escalated this concern and we're going to actively work it. So thank you again. But I just want to let you know it's already on our radar.
Great. Thank you, Captain Jones.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do we have any other questions for Police Zone 2? No? All right, we can move on then. Is there anyone here from the District Attorney's Office? No. Is there anyone here from the Fire Department? Nope. Is there anyone here from Public Works? Nope.
Yes, good
Yes.
afternoon.
Oh, sorry. There's so many people here. I can't scroll through the screens fast enough to see who's here and who isn't.
So that's fine. Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Officer Winter from Department of Public Works. Just gonna touch on a few basic things. Just remember your household garbage is only collected in the city issued green trash bin. Also, if your collection was missed that day, garbage was missed that day, you can report that collection to 311 and report it that it was missed. So we have somebody come back out there and collect it for you. Also remember that only recyclable items are allowed in the blue bin, blue container, and also to remove all bins from the curbside after collection day. Also, just also a reminder that you can schedule bulk yard pickups or bulk pickups by contacting 311 and just ask to schedule a bulk yard pickup. You can also report illegal dumping by also contacting ATL 311 as well. If you have yard trimmings, make sure and put those in the brown paper bags. We don't accept plastic bags with yard trimmings in it. And also don't mix any dirt or mulch or anything else in the yard trimming bags as well. If you this week is not is a collection week for yard trimmings though, but because we're still on the ultimate schedule for pickup for yard trimming. But if you have any other questions or concerns, you can definitely reach out to ATL 301. I'm gonna leave my contact information in the chat as well. So if anyone has any questions or concerns, you can reach out to me as well.
Okay. Do we have any questions for Public Works? I don't see any hands.
Yes, one real quick question. What was the
Yes.
pickup day for yard trimmings again? Or the schedule for that?
Well, we are on an alternate week. So this week is yard trimmings are not collected, so it will be collected next week.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
No.
Are there any other questions for Public Works? No. Okay, moving on. I think I saw Verushka here from Code Enforcement, didn't I? Somewhere?
Yeah, Yes, good evening. I keep pressing. Good evening, everyone. This officer Roberta with Code Enforcement. I went ahead and put my contact information in the case comment along with a screenshot of the 90-day report to make it easier for everybody that is on the call in regards to the cases that we had for the past 90 days. I'm not quite sure if anybody had any chance to review it. It was like 38 cases. I don't know if anybody have any addresses of concern. I know the last time we did had an address. Let me see what address was that. I think it was Margaret. It was the vacant lot, and I believe I answered that question about that vacant lot and the posting that we had made to bring those property owner into the court to provide a update or bring make sure they bring that property into compliance. So I'm not sure if anybody have any questions in regards to any specific address that are listed on this report.
Okay, do we have any questions for code enforcement about things listed on the report or things that need to be investigated? No, I guess we don't. All right.
All right, good evening, everyone.
Okay, moving on. Do we have anyone here from the city solicitor's office? No. I think I saw Maya here from Watershed Management. Did I not? Maybe I didn't.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, there she is.
Here. Can you
Would you
hear me? Can you see me?
I can hear you and I can see your name. Oh, wait, it's changing. Now I can see your face.
Hey, all right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Maya Mahone from the Department of Watershed Management, and I do not have any updates that you all have not already heard. I don't have any more updates on Whittier Mill. And then the Whetstone Wetland Green Space Project is still in the design phase, so that hasn't started yet. That's all that I have as far as talking points. Is there anything new that someone has a question for, or is still waiting for a response on?
Apparently there is. Heather.
Hey, so we know that Adams Drive is closed until December. Do we think that December date is real, or do we think it will go later like it did the last time we did this?
I'm not sure. I know that there's already discussions going on and questions pending for the commissioner via Dustin, and I believe the mayor's office has been brought in as well. So if anything is different than what has already been presented, I'm sure that Council Person Hillis will update us when he speaks. Other than that, I don't have anything extra to share about that.
So my one request is that because it does impact our Bolton Academy folks and it impacts a lot of us up and down that street, the traffic has been ridiculous since it's been closed because that's one of our three main arteries. Is there a way that we can get an update to say each week, we're on track, or it's starting to slip? Could we have visibility to that if that's possible?
I can take that back to ask for that, but like I said, there's already a pending issue concerning that traffic and the closure. So I can add that to the pending issue that's already in front of the commissioner to answer and to address.
Okay, I think just the request is anything we can do to add transparency to it would make life a lot easier for a lot of us up and down these roads.
Understood.
Thank
or
you.
any way to expedite the project. I mean, this kind of blindsided a lot of people, frankly, including Councilman Hillis. I've been in touch with him and he learned of this via Facebook. So I just feel like the whole project's been extremely poorly managed from the jump.
Nancy,
So your
could you
question
please,
is to
could you please
what?
raise your hand when you want to ask a question, Nancy? It's in the reactions button down at the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all right. Maya, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I didn't know what her question was.
I think just building on what was said to get more transparency and see if there's any way to expedite this problem, because I think it's not just a traffic. I mean, it's a public safety with little kids walking in the dark in the morning and traffic going in all directions and buses.
Yes, Miss Cheney, are you the one that provided the email to us?
I have emailed Councilman Hillis and he's looped in some people. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So that's the pending concern that I'm speaking on, and he just notified us that he's going to speak on it when he presents. So hopefully he'll have some different information than I have directly from either the mayor's office or from Commissioner Eiley.
Okay. Do we have any other questions for watershed management?
I do, and I can't raise my hand. It's not working. Sorry. I am on Rando, and I know that everything will be coming through my street. I noticed about a week back, someone has wrapped orange ribbons around the 2 large water oaks in my front yard. I've gotten no communication. I've spoken to anyone who's been out on the street. No one can give me any answers. I've even tried calling the city arborist and can't get anyone to pick up. Just trying to figure out if someone's touching my trees, if, what that marking could mean, and who I can contact to find out what's going on there.
So you're saying that the ribbons are surrounding your tree?
Correct. I have 2 very large water oak trees in my front yard, and someone tied orange ribbons around them. Even the surveyors who were out said that they had noticed it, but they didn't know anything.
Okay, I'm not sure if that would be a watershed issue.
But it's part of, because they're coming through my street. They're coming from my neighbor's house down through the center of my street, because currently the sewer line is underneath those trees. So I'm just trying to find out what that means.
Can I have your address, please?
2150 Rando Lane.
Rando?
Yes.
Okay, I will have someone check on that. And if you would, I'm going to put my information in the chat, and that's for everyone, including Ms. Taylor. If you have any issues or concerns that you can't speak on this call with, please give me an email with as much detailed information as possible, including your address and contact information. Ms. Taylor, please respond back with your contact information, and I'll be sure to forward that to the communications office to see if we can get more information for you.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Page?
Hi there, good evening. I'm also on Rando. I'm directly in the line of the sewer that's coming. I have been in touch with Watershed folks and Ruby Collins folks for my property. I'm still waiting to hear back on some stuff that we've been exchanging emails on, but I just wanted to flag that my next door neighbor, for whom the sewer is also going through her property, has apparently not heard anything from Watershed Management or Ruby Collins. I'm at 2187. She's at 85. So I want to make sure that they are reaching out to all the folks that for whom they will be going through the property to put in the new sewer.
Okay, thank you so much for that update.
Okay. Were there any other questions for watershed management? No? All right, we can, yes.
I'm sorry. Okay, have you reported that to 311 or to prior to today? Okay, I'm not familiar with any taste issues. Again, have you reported it? You said you had something about an algae bloom. Who told you that? Okay, so Dustin is telling us it's a Fulton-wide issue, and the water is safe. It is due to the dying off of algae. Okay, thank you, Dustin.
Well, that explains it then, because I've tasted it too, and I thought I was just imagining it.
Yeah, it tastes muddy.
Yes, tasted muddy. Okay. Was that it then for watershed management? Yes. Okay, we can move on then.
Thank you.
Let's see. I saw Cynthia here. Cynthia, are you fronting for the library this evening?
I'm here. The Atlanta Fulton County Library System just wound up their year-long One Book, One Read campaign, which goes on every year. There's one book chosen that is recommended to everybody, every library in the system to read and form little book clubs at their own library, or if they don't already have one. And then at the end of every year, they have the author of the book chosen come and speak. So Saturday, there were over 300 people down at the Central Library to hear the speaker for this year's book. And this is the third year for the event. And every year it's been a very good book, a very good opportunity to, meet new people, read new things that you might not ordinarily think of reading. So I strongly recommend that to everybody. And as usual, your taxes have already paid for everything in the library, all the digital access to magazines and newspapers, all the books that are in the library. So take advantage of your taxes and go to the library.
Thank you.
Okay. Do we have any questions for Cynthia about the library? No? All right, we can move on then. Is there anyone here from the Parks Department? No, I saw Jim Moulton here. Jim, did you want to update us on your park-related activities?
I can do that. We have no current activities going on right now. I have no days nor Saturdays available, so I am looking for someone to take over Friends of Bolton Parks. If you want to see it, then you have to come out here and sweat and do it yourself mostly. Right now, we don't have any things that are going on. The only thing that is going on trail-wise is with the Silver Comet connector. There you can see next to the view and coming from Chattahoochee, they are going to connect that trail, and that trail should be done by World Cup. And that's it. So I enjoin everyone in the neighborhood to try and be a part of it and take it over from me, and I'll help you where I can, but I can't do it anymore.
Okay. Do we have any questions for, oh, Alan, you have a question for Jim?
Yeah, sorry to be it's chiming in on multiple things, and I think I mentioned this to Jim at the
Not sure what just happened. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to mute you because there's something really wonky going on with your audio.
Alan, you're welcome to give me a call if you have my number.
I suggest reaching out to Jim by other means. Sorry about that. Okay. Were there any other questions for Jim? No? All right, we can move on then. Let's see, APAB. APAB met a week ago Saturday. I was not there because it was a beautiful weekend and I went bike camping. Apparently others were similarly inclined and no quorum was met, so nothing was done. Not that things are usually done by APAB, but it was in fact impossible at the past meeting. So any questions about APAB? None? Okay, moving on. Is there anyone here from Bolton Academy? Nope. Anyone from the Agape Center?
I'm here, Jim.
Karen,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing fine.
Wonderful. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Just two quick updates, big things happening always during the last part of the year at Agape. We have our annual 5K Agape Run for Love coming up. It is on November 18th, or sorry, Sunday, November 16th. Let's get the date correct. That would be helpful at the Shirley Clark Franklin Park. 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. We'll have a traditional 5K as well as a kids fun run. and a tot trot. So it's fun for the whole family to get involved. I'll drop the link for you to register. We also this year have a neighborhood competition, so I'll drop that link too in case your neighborhood already has a team set up that you would like to join and join in the friendly neighborhood competition. And then we also, coming up December 18th, we have our community-wide holiday gift store where we will provide toys and winter accessories for 2,000 kids or so in our community. So we are actively collecting toys for all ages, as well as new coats and winter accessories. We are also this year putting together bedtime bundles for the holiday gift store, which is complete with a new pair of pajamas, a small stuffy, a book, and a handout on nighttime routine, because we know that kids are more successful at school with a good night's sleep. So if any of that interests you, I'll drop all of the links in the chat for you guys to take a look at. But we'd love to see you for sure at our 5K on November 16th.
Okay. Do we have any questions for the Agape Center? No? All right. Moving on. Is there anyone here from Groundwork Atlanta? No. Anyone from the Inspector General's office? No. Let's see. I saw someone from 311 is here, right? Did I not?
Yes.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
here. Hi, everybody. Okay, so I do have a couple of things for you guys today. And so I am your ACL 311 ambassador. If you need to report non-emergency issues like potholes, water main breaks, fish trash, code violations, or challenges with city services, 311 offers 5 pathways to resolution. You can dial 311 on your phone Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 a.m. You can email ATL311 at ATL311@atlantaga.gov. You can also set up your own account at www.atl311.com. Also, download the ATL311 mobile app and chat with our virtual assistants. Also, contact us on social media to report issues. Our contact information and a survey link has been placed in the chat. Also, if you do not have a telephone number with an Atlanta area code such as 470-770-678-404, you will need to dial the 10-digit number, which is 404-546-0311. I'm here today to answer any questions about 311 services, document cases requiring escalations, and have someone follow up with you directly. All right, so I'm opening up the floor to any questions now, and have a wonderful day.
Okay. Do we have any questions for 311? No? All right, we can move on then. Is there anyone here from 911? No. Is there anyone here from the Ombudsman's office?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Naya Grant, and I'm a fellow working in the Office of the Ombudsman of Neighborhoods, Dr. Jody Meriday, and I'm attending on behalf of Clyde Mitchell, who is NPU-D's designated neighborhood relations manager, but he is at another meeting tonight. Ombuds are independent, neutral, and impartial parties that can assist with navigating the city, finding resources, and resolving outstanding issues and concerns following an unresolved escalation to 311 and/or city department. So I have dropped all of our contact information in the chat, and I can also put it in there again. So please be in touch if our office can assist you, or if you have any concerns, then don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you.
Okay. Do we have any questions for the Ombudsman's office? No. All right. Is there anyone here from the Beltline? No. All right.
Jim, I'm
Comments?
here.
Oh, there is.
Hi. Yes,
Good.
I'm sorry. I'm
Right.
off camera. My camera is broken at this moment in time.
All right.
But you stated earlier that we're also having our October 30th Sudbury 8 master plan. It's going to be an open house. So mainly it's a stop in where we're asking you to comment on the final draft recommendations that we do have. It's from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's going to be hosted at the former West Egg Cafe. So also I'm going to drop in a link as well. So if you're not able to attend, we have a virtual open house as well. So you'll still get to comment on those same boards that you'll see in person on Thursday if you're not able to attend. But that link will end on November 2nd at 11:59 p.m. So I'm going to drop that in the chat pretty soon. But that's all for me.
Very good. And you have a ribbon cutting on the same day, right? Right. Okay.
Yep, that's correct.
All right. Do we have any questions for the Beltline? No? Okay. We can move on then. Let's see. Comments from elected officials. Dustin is here, I believe. Are you not, Dustin?
Yes,
Dustin?
sir.
Oh, there you are.
Good evening, everyone. So I'll have a few items that I've written down and then a few follow-ups from previous questions people have asked. So Thursday at 1:15 p.m., myself, the mayor, and the Beltline will be both cutting the ribbon on Section 5 of the Beltline in Blandtown on Fairmont Avenue. And then we will turn around and walk 100 or 200 feet and do the Section 4 groundbreaking, which will take the next section of the Beltline done. So I hope to see you Thursday at 1:15 in Blandtown on Fairmont. Also, I know there's I guess you would say a contentious rezoning vote tonight. So just want to remind people, as I did at the Bolton and previous NPU-D meetings, that the last opportunity for you to provide public comment on this, not only tonight, but also at other public hearings, is the zoning review board, and that is due to state law. So you cannot come to the zoning committee or the full council meeting to provide comment either in support or in opposition to a rezoning due to state law. So that is the ZRB meeting for this item is in November 13th. And so what the council, or what will the zoning committee see, as well as the council, will be the NPU-D vote, the ZRB vote, and the staff recommendation. And so we will be taking those into consideration. I always 99.9% of the time side with the NPU, but I am also one of 7 zoning committee members and one of 15 council members. So reach out to all of us on the zoning committee and on the council to express your issues. On the previous license and permit issues that have come up, it wasn't mentioned specifically tonight, but it's come up before, is Revel. I was over there this weekend and raised Zone 2 and LMP, and the chief actually, due to continual issues over at Revel on Ellsworth Industrial. That is being handled. It was also mentioned tonight from Blandtown residents about Midtown Collective. A citation was issued to them. They did not appear in court. And so a failure to appear warrant was issued for the owner of that business. And that has also been identified as an issue with APD and the Department of Finance. And then also in the Riverside neighborhood, Paul Avenue, where there's been a continual party house issue that has kind of died down the past year due to a TRO that was issued by the courts. There has been some activity on social media, apparently advertising a R4A residence as a restaurant and event venue. So that has been sent over to LMP, the Department of Finance, and Zone 1 to monitor. And on the issues with number 1, the Whittier Mill Village project. So that has been kind of stalled for the past couple months. I will be introducing legislation on Monday to allocate another $8 million to that project to finish the sewer work, the stormwater work, and the resurfacing of all the streets in that neighborhood where work has been done. The Bolton Academy issue, you heard a lot from the prior commenter from Watershed, but that is an issue that I was made aware of this project from the contractor, and a post on Facebook. Watershed failed to notify me of this issue for a while. So that's an issue that I take issue with. So I've been in contact with the commissioner and the deputy COO with. Unfortunately, this is a much needed project. There's been many decades of sewer overflows in that area, and it is a required sewer line upgrade under the federal consent decree. And so, and I've also been in contact with the contractor. I've told him let him know about the issues about getting this project done on time, and he is committed to that. So I will be in constant contact with both the contractor and hopefully Watershed as long as they respond. So just wanted to consent to that, and then take any questions.
Okay. Do we have questions for Dustin? Dustin, you and I spoke on Sunday at the pig roast, and you had indicated that you were going to ask city attorneys for an opinion with regard to Kietta's interpretation of a section of code. Did you get anything back from them?
I have asked, and I have not received a response back yet.
Okay, good enough.
And
any
just
other questions?
One other thing, I was working on addressing this in the comments, but I'll just comment here that someone asked about when the intersection of Marietta Boulevard and Marietta Street will be resurfaced. That is actually in District 3, but of course, as part of the larger Perry Boulevard, West Marietta Street resurfacing. That is part of the project. They hopped over that because they discovered trolley car lines from back when the city had a much more reliable transportation system in the 1930s and 1940s. There's still iron streetcar tracks in that intersection, so they have to remove those before they can mill and resurface that intersection. So that will be done hopefully within the next couple of weeks as part of that project.
So you say the intersection's in District 3, but one of the corners is in 9, is it not?
No, so the intersection of Marietta Boulevard and West Marietta Street is actually in District 9. The middle of the bridge is kind of the split between District 9 and District 3. So the south side of the bridge is District 3, north side of the bridge is District 9.
Got it. Okay.
That
Another
is
question.
part of resurfacing all the way from Hollywood down to almost Brady Avenue.
Okay. Another question.
Shravya. Yeah, no worries. Thank you everyone for your updates. Dustin, I'm kind of curious about what's the replanting plan for all the trees that have been ripped up for the important sewer work? Like, what do they plan to do once once the foundation is laid back?
What project are you talking about specifically?
The sewer work. And so along the path, they've ripped out a lot of trees. A lot of oaks
Yeah,
were
so
ripped off as well. Yeah.
You can rest assured that is why at least the Woody Mill project, the Main Street project, and the sewer, even the federal consent decree project has been delayed. It is mostly because of the issues with the city arborist, the parks arborist in particular, which controls trees in the city right away. So those trees, the inches removed will have to be replanted. They are definitely making sure of that.
Okay. Do we have any other questions for Dustin? No? All right. Thank you, Dustin.
And Jim.
Yes.
I was here, but I kind of zoned out in the beginning of the meeting. Did you mention the special election that's happening in Senate District 35?
No, I was not even aware of it.
Okay, so I'm obviously not going to campaign for my election, but when you go to the polls, we have, I guess, 3 more days now of early voting left. Started this week, special election Senate District 35, which is Senator Estevez's former seat. He resigned, he's running for governor. So if you are in 09M or 09A, which is either Whittier Mill Village, which is part of Bindings on the Chattahoochee, Riverside, Parkview, Bolton, West Side Station and Hills Park, DuPont Commons, you are in Senate District 35. So when you go to the polls, if you early vote, or even if you go on election day, you will first go vote in the municipal election, which of course also includes a special election for Public Service Commission. But then you will have to get back in line to vote in the Senate District 35 special election because they're on separate ballots. I don't know why they did this, but if you were in 09M or 09A, you will have to vote in 2 elections the rest of this week, or even if you go on election day, you will need to vote twice. Once in the city election, which includes the special PSC election, and you'll need to get back in line to vote in the Senate District 35 special election. Very confusing, but I don't know why the state did it like this, but I just wanted to get that word out to Bolton, Riverside, Woody Mill Village, and Hills Park.
Because you can early vote outside of your own precincts, right?
That is correct. You can early vote in any
So there's
any
no
Fulton
guarantee.
County list. Yeah.
There's no guarantee that the place you vote will know this, is there?
So that's the other thing. If you want to vote in the Senate District 35 special election, you can only vote in that special election at the Northwest Library, the C.T. Martin Natatorium, or the Wolf Creek Library.
Okay, got it. Heather, you have a question?
Yeah, so since this is all news to us, thank you, Dustin. Is there any other way that's going to be shared? You just said that the poll workers weren't going to redirect us, so is there any other way we can make sure we're all aware? Thank you.
So
for
they
sharing it.
will. I voted last Sunday, which was before this special election opened up. But I asked some people in Bonnie's on the Chattahoochee to let me know if how kind of the process works. So how the process will work, if you go early vote now through Friday, your default is of course, the city election, which includes the special election for public service commissioners. And then you'll be notified, hey, you're in Senate District 35. So if you want to vote in that special election, you need to get back in line. So the default is to vote in the regular municipal election. And then you'll be told, hey, you're in Senate District 35. So you need to, after you vote in this election, you need to go back to this table and you need to vote in this special election if you wish to.
That's a hot mess. Thank you.
Yeah, again, not how I would do it. I don't know how or why this happened, but
who knows?
Okay. All right, let's see. Kelly, you have a question?
Hey, yeah, I was just going to ask if I've already voted in the early election, early voted. Do I need to go back and vote a second time? Not a second time. Go back to
so
vote
yes, you
the
can.
special election early.
Yeah, you can go back this week or even next week and early vote in the Senate District 35 special election, or you can go and regular vote in that election, which I think is, let me double check. I think it's November 18th.
Oh, so it's not on election day, on our other election day.
Well, no, that's the weird thing. You can go vote in the regular election and you can early vote in the special election on election day. So yes, the regular election day for the municipal election is November 4th. So please, if you have not early voted or you don't early vote by the end of the week, please go on November 4th and you can vote in the regular election and early vote in the special election. Or if you just say, I want to vote in the November 18th regular election, that is when the Senate District 35 regular election is November 18th.
Okay.
Very confusing. But
yeah, seems like a flow chart would be helpful on that one.
Right.
All right. Do we have any other questions
pamphlet,
for
at
Dustin?
least.
Do we have any other questions for Dustin? No? All right. Do we have any other elected officials here?
All right. If y'all have any other questions or issues, please email me. I'll put my email in the chat.
Okay. Do we have any other elected officials or their representatives here? No? All right. Moving on then, Nate, would you like to give us your planner's report?
Sure. Thank you, Jim. Hi, this is Nate Hosel. I'm a planner with the Department of City Planning. I had a few quick updates for you. One is the special use permit for that food truck on Hell Mill that went to ZRB a few weeks ago was denied. The other application that I'll give you an update on is the industrial property there by Top Golf going to an MR3, I believe it was. That was approved, so the zoning has changed with conditions of just no curb cuts at the Chattahoochee Avenue. You all had voted approval with some conditions. I did not see that. I just checked the
that was our affordable housing condition, and I watched the meeting and saw it get shot down.
Yeah, so I just want to mention that. We do have our first Chattahoochee Riverlands, Atlanta Riverlands, Chattahoochee Brick public meeting. We're at the very beginning of a very long multi-year planning and visioning process for trails along the river for that 5-mile stretch around the Chattahoochee Brick property, as well as like the Riverside and Whittier Mills neighborhoods. So that's going to be on Saturday, November 8th. It's an open house. We have 2 presentations, one at the beginning, kind of one in like towards the middle end of the meeting. So I'll drop that link so you can get more details. It's over at the English Park Rec Center off of Bolton Road. Again, that's Saturday, November 8th, starting at 10 a.m. And that's all I have. Any questions? Happy to answer. And thanks.
Yeah, I have a question. When I attended, not this month, but I think it was last month's ZRB meeting, the food truck park was given a 90-day deferral. Did they come back before the 90 days?
Good question. I did not look into. Do you remember? Was it October, early October, late October? I did not look at the staff.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty sure the 90 days hadn't elapsed, so I was surprised that they would now be getting a denial, unless, I don't know, maybe they threw in the towel or something.
I'll double check. I was just given the information from the NPU team. I didn't double check that one.
Please do check on that for me, because I was at the meeting when they first heard that, and it was given a deferral, and I was pretty sure that deferral hadn't run out yet.
Got it.
Okay. Do we have other questions for Nate? You had you had also sent me an email, Nate, asking me to drum up some volunteers for a committee, right?
Yeah. So our Chattahoochee Riverlands.
Ask the body here, or do you want?
Sure.
Okay.
For you. Sure. So the Atlanta Riverlands were, just real quick, we're partially funded by the Atlanta Regional Commission. We matched that money with local funds. We have a technical advisory group, a neighborhood stakeholder advisory group for the Riverlands Trail Corridor and Chattahoochee Brick. This is separate from our appointed board members that are specifically focusing on the history and the vision of the Chattahoochee Brick site itself. This would be a broader neighborhood advisory group. We would love to have a resident or a business owner or property owner or two from the NPU-D neighborhoods like Riverside, Bolton, Whittier Mills. So if you have any interest in joining us, I think our first stakeholder meeting is later in December. I'm more than happy to connect you with the project manager, my colleague Nathan Gaventine, or connect with Jim. But we would like to have some neighborhood participation on that advisory group.
Great. So if you're interested, either reach out directly to Nate or reach out to me, and I will reach out to Nate on your behalf. Any other questions for Nate? No? Okay, we are ready for some business then. Do we have the representative here for Liquid Distributors? I think I saw her earlier. Gwendolyn?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, okay. And you already have a liquor license, and you are looking to add wine, and you are a wholesale establishment, correct?
Yes, wholesale distributor.
And would you like to say anything more about all that?
No, just I'm excited that you guys have this. I'm listening to this and I'm like, this is really important, for the city. And we've had our license for 3 years, and we sell only to retail stores and event locations and things like that. So there's never any problem with traffic or extra people or anything like that.
Okay. Don, you have a question?
Motion to approve.
I think we decided this property was in Hills Park, didn't we?
Oops.
Would someone from Hills Park like to make a motion? No? All right, then we can.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Sorry.
Okay.
I was slow on the unmute.
Okay. So we have a motion from Ann,
Second.
seconded by
Thank you
Don,
both.
that we approve this. Does everyone understand the motion? Is there any discussion of the motion? Okay, in that case, I am going to launch a poll. And as soon as I find the polls, there we go. And
What is it? Affordable wine and.
there we go. Okay, so if you are
I don't
in
have
favor
any-
of the motion,
I don't
which
have
is
any
if you are in
information.
favor of recommending approval of this change to the liquor license, you can tell us that. If you are opposed, you can tell us that. If you wish to abstain, you can tell us that. And if you are not a voting member, you can tell us that as well. So everyone here can respond meaningfully to this. Right? While that is going on,
Approve.
Eva,
Approve.
Shelley. Sure. Okay. So there are 3 of us at my connection. It's Hills Avenue. Well, it used to be, I think Hills Avenue, we renamed a chunk of it Collier Road.
Okay.
Right? But then we didn't rename another chunk of it Collier Road.
Yeah, Hills Avenue hits Hancock Taqueria and Chattahoochee Industrial. That's a little bit. That's Hills.
That's that. Yeah, that's where it splits from what is now Collier.
Correct.
That
Yeah.
segment that comes over to Chattahoochee used to be Hills Ave as well. I remember when we renamed it. Okay, so I believe that responses to the poll have ended. It's been, how long has it been? Probably a minute or so. Oh, there it is, minute 19. Yes, okay. So I'm going to end the poll and share the results. And we have 122 in favor. We have 1 opposed. And we have 16 abstaining. Right. Okay, now, for those in the virtual space who were unable to respond to the poll, either because of technical reasons or because you are the second person sitting at your connection, if you would like to vote on this issue, please raise your hands. I believe, Emily, I made you co-host, so you probably could not vote, right?
Yes, I approve.
Okay. Anyone else? Angel. Angel, you're muted. I see your hand raised, but I cannot hear you.
I'm sorry. Could you please repeat what the vote was for? There was a
This
couple
is-
of requests for that in the
This is,
chat.
this is to approve a change for the liquor license, adding wine for liquid distributors. And the motion was that we recommend approval of that change.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I don't monitor the chat, by the way. Sorry, that's more bandwidth than I have. So if you need to ask a question, raise a hand. Okay, so does anyone else who was unable to respond to the poll need to vote on this? Going once, going twice. All right, in that case, it is 126 to 1 and 16 abstentions, and we recommend approval. Right? Moving on, do we have anyone here from the Circle K?
Thank you, Jim.
You're welcome. Do we have anyone here from the Circle K?
Yes, sir. How are you, Mr. Jim?
Magani?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Very well, thank you. And you are a new owner of this facility,
Yep.
correct?
Yes.
Okay. Are you also the licensee?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And would you like to tell us anything more about it? Should we expect a change or will it be business as usual?
Well, it'll be everything's the same. It's just under new ownership, and I'm very excited to be in the community. And I'm happy to serve the community here.
Okay.
Any
And this business is in Blandtown, I believe we decided.
Yes.
And does Blandtown have an opinion on this? Jarrett?
Yes, we had a very short and supportive conversation, and I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve this.
Okay, so we have a motion to approve. This is the change of ownership of the license.
Yes, sir.
Right? So this is for Circle K at the corner of Chattahoochee and Ellsworth, I believe it is, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, so we have a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Is that Don? Don. Okay. All right. So we've had a motion to approve. It's been properly made and seconded. Does everyone understand the motion? Does anyone wish to discuss the motion further? I think then we are ready for the question. Just a moment, and I will stop sharing the old poll. Go find a new poll. Launch the new poll. So same as before. If you are in favor, you can tell us that. Opposed, you can tell us that. If you wish to abstain, or if you're not a voting member, you can tell us that as well, right? Same as last time. And the motion, once again, was to approve this change of ownership of the liquor license for the Circle K. While people are responding to the poll, Eva.
Approve.
Shelley. Sure. Okay, that's 3. All right, and we'll give people a little while longer to respond to the poll.
I think just 2 more after this. Yeah. Oh, thank
You can't keep it. You have to give it back. All right. I think the responses have stopped. So I'm going to end the poll and share the results. And we have, thank you. And we have 123 people in favor. We have 2 people opposed. And we have 15 people abstaining. All right, people in the virtual space who were unable to respond to the poll. Emily.
Approve.
Was anybody else unable to respond to the poll, either because you are the second person sitting at a connection, or you had technical difficulties, or any other reason? No. All right. In that case, it is 127 to 2 to 15, and we recommend approval.
Thank you.
Okay, we're done with that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on then, we have an application for a special exception to reduce parking from 135 to 20 spaces for, I guess you'd call it a sports bar, at 1151 Chattahoochee Avenue. Is the applicant here? Is the applicant here? The applicant's representative here? Anyone here who can tell us more about this than I just said? That's an interesting situation.
That is interesting.
Heather?
I was gonna say, where again is this sports bar on Chattahoochee Avenue? Is it in the works or somewhere else?
No, it's somewhere else.
Okay.
There's the Affordable Wine and Spirits, which is the new liquor store, fronting on Chattahoochee, and this would be in the rear of that building.
Oh, okay.
Right? So it's actually a fairly large building, and the liquor store is only a small portion at the front. Christine, you have a question or comment or something?
Could you repeat those parking counts again?
They are required
yeah,
to have 135 spaces under the code, and they are asking to reduce that to 20 spaces.
20 spaces, not, okay. I understand, thank you.
From 135 to 20. But we don't have an applicant here to tell us more about this, apparently. Andy.
I can talk about it.
You have a question, comment?
I'll defer. I believe that was Ava that wanted to comment.
Well, the property is in Underwood Hills.
Yeah, I'll defer.
Okay. Eva, do you want to?
Yes, I have things to say.
Hearing your microphone.
I have things to say, and I would probably make a motion, but I don't know how that works when we don't have the applicant here. Can I make a motion when we don't have an applicant?
We can do whatever we want.
Okay,
with no
very
applicant
good
present.
Okay, well, I will address this a little bit extensively. I won't take very long here, but we've not had a full Underwood Hills Neighborhood Association meeting about this issue, but we have put out info about it along with a link to the application itself that has been very widely broadcast in Underwood Hills, along with notice about tonight's NPU meeting. I will make a motion tonight because the Board of Zoning Adjustment hearing date is November the 13th. And so this will be the last chance for NPU to vote on the matter. The Underwood Hills Neighborhood Association Steering Committee has met and is strongly opposed to this variance. And I have received only negative emails about it from other people in Underwood Hills. I have an entire page of comments about why this is not something that we feel is desirable. The reduction in the parking, and I'll just mention a couple of the items. For one thing, you know, it is a liquor store, and now we're proposing putting in a sports bar, and that's actually on the application that will be the reason for the reduction in parking, because they're doing a sports bar. But one of the amusing points that was made, I thought, was the fact that there are apparently on the plans there are 12 toilet fixtures in the part of the building that is already done. And now they're proposing that having only 20 parking spaces for the entire establishment that is already there, plus the sports bar that they're going to be adding. So we thought it was kind of amusing that they have 12 toilet fixtures and they'll only have 20 parking spaces. So that implies a good deal about how inadequate the parking is likely to be for this establishment. And there was no planning given. There was no plan given as to how they're going to accommodate all of the people that will presumably be involved in coming to this sports bar that they're proposing. And there was a little bit of hand waving, I guess, but no plan was given. And this is on Chattahoochee Avenue. It's more toward Howe Mill Road than the Works is. It's on the same side of the street as the Works, but up more toward Howe Mill Road. And the only thing they have said in the way of more parking would be they would find parking around about, you know, shared parking with other businesses in the vicinity. But we have checked that out, and there's very little of that available in the vicinity. And it says, you know, one of the things I have here is that without careful planning, off-site parking tends to create even more traffic and confusion than an equivalent quantity of on-site parking. And so they've given no plan at all about how they're going to handle any of this. And anyway, for these kinds of reasons and for a number of others that I won't take up your time with tonight, I would like to make a motion that we deny the approval for this particular reduction in parking that's going before the Board of
I
Zoning.
second the motion.
Oh, you beat me. Andy? That was Andy who seconded? Okay. Okay. So we have had a motion to deny. It's been properly made and seconded. Does everyone understand the motion, which is a motion to deny? So if you vote in favor of the motion, you are voting to deny the variance. If you vote against the motion, you are voting to do something other than denying the variance, right? So yes means no. Vote yes, you're voting to deny. Clear, right? Okay, Amina, you have a question?
Yes, it's actually more of a comment. I just want to clarify that the number of parking spaces is correlated with more traffic and more crime, because, you know, it's a crime opportunity to break into cars. And I just want to make sure that that was clarified, because the opposite was said, and that's not factually supported. Okay.
Yeah, I think I think in this case, because this is a reuse of an existing structure, the alternative is not to put in an additional 110 spaces. The alternative is to find a use that is less parking intensive. If that makes sense, right?
That's fine. I just want to make sure that people are not making a choice based on a false premise.
Right. Adding parking, I think we all understand, is not doing anybody any favors. I hope we do. If not, I have some books on the subject that I'm happy to lend. Okay, so once again, the motion was to deny. So if you vote in favor of the motion, you are voting to deny the variant or the exception, right? Everybody clear on that point? Any other questions on all this? No? All right. In that case, I will go and find a poll. Just a moment here. And there it is. So once again, if you are in favor of denying this exception, you can tell us that. If you would like to do something else, then you are opposed to denying, you can tell us that. You can abstain, or you can tell us you're not a voting member. So while that is happening, Eva.
Yes, to deny.
Okay, Shelley.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so there are 3 of us here. And the numbers are still changing. Okay, I am going to end the poll and share the results. And there are 109 people in favor of denial. There are 13 people opposed to denial. And there are 24 people wishing to abstain. Emily, you were again unable to vote, I assume.
Yes, for deny.
Okay. Anybody else who was unable to vote for any reason wish to vote now? No. In that case, it is 113 to 13 to 24 for denial. Okay. Moving on. Let's see. We have Z25, Z2538, which is a rezoning application at 1905 Ladon that first came to us in June as a proposed MR3 and is now coming back to us as a proposed PDH. I had a lot of questions for the city on this one and got very few satisfactory answers. That was what I had asked Dustin about earlier. So as far as I can tell, this does not comport with the zoning code, but as far as I can discern from the emails that I got from Kieta, she believes that it does, and she is the person advising the ZRB on this matter, which I think means that her word is semi-ultimate, unless it is overruled by the city attorneys. So we have the applicant here, Mr. Turner, and he is going to present what this is all about. And then we're going to have a brief procedural discussion before we deal with the business. Okay? Mr. Turner.
All right. Thank you, Jim. I'm going to share my screen really fast. Does everybody see a PowerPoint?
Yes.
Jim, we good? All right, perfect. So thank you everyone for allowing me to present our project. As Jim said, this is our second time coming through. We've made some changes to our plan, which I'll go over. I'll reintroduce our project quickly. I know a lot of people have seen this and are probably tired of it at this point. So I'll give a quick update. I also have Pete Pellegrini from Path Foundation here as well. And I'm gonna let him speak for a few minutes just on our collaborative efforts. And then I want to go through just a few reasons why I believe this project or this rezoning application should be supported. So first, reintroduce our new site plan. So this site, let me back up a little bit, is right next to West Side Village. and it is at the intersection of Ladon Lane and the Whetstone Creek Trail. Currently, there's 2 existing homes that are both over 50 years old. And we're proposing to rezone the 4 parcels from R4 to PDH to build 34 fee simple for sale townhomes. We're targeting the upper 500s to the low 600s. These are 3-story townhomes, 2-car rear load garages. We have some opportunities here. We have 500 feet of frontage along the Whetstone Creek Trail, which provides walkability to the Moores Mill Shopping District across the street, Publix anchored shopping district. Also, we have some opportunities to clean up a stormwater issue that I'll dive into a little bit more, to add potentially a path foundation trail to Westside Village, and then also to make this intersection safer where the trail intersects with Ladon, and then also rebuild a tree canopy with 2/3 of the trees on our property are dead, dying, and hazardous. Really quick, these are what the townhomes look like. You've seen townhomes like this before. And we also have some opportunities for some cool green space. So we've been working with our landscape architects. We have opportunities for little pocket parks to increase the landscaping along the Whetstone Creek Trail. And we're taking a lot of elements from the works that we really like. And so as we're going through our engineering now, and as we work on our grading plan a little more, we'll start to work through some of these details. Before I go through why I think this project should be supported, I wanted to pass just the conversation to Pete from Path really fast. We've been working together on a few things related to the Whetstone Creek Trail. He's been doing more things bigger than this project, but I wanted to give him just a few minutes to talk about our collaborative efforts. Pete, are you still on the call?
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. I appreciate this opportunity to come before you. As you know, Path has been working with the city on actually a lot of our trail connections through this area. One of them is the extension of our Silver Comet Trail that comes through the advantage of using the Whetstone Creek Trail. And we just recently improved the connection up MacArthur that leads you up to Scofflaw. That is a continuation of that network that will then eventually work its way over to Top Golf, where we have the trail over there tying into the Beltline. So you might be seeing me out there on a number of occasions for as improvements and trying to resolve some of the issues along the Whetstone Creek Trail. In this particular, scenario, I've been having to work with Derek and his team to address this stormwater issue that's near Ladon. It is a separate issue that I'm working with on, but it does kind of look like there would be work that's moving forward in that area regarding the hydrology and the issues that pertain to this failed culvert that goes underneath our trail. Path has been working with watershed management and the Parks Department to address the scenarios and how we address this particular scenario, which seems to be a problem high up on the watershed management's list. Parks is also involved because the trail itself is actually owned by the city of Atlanta and is basically falling in that rail corridor that the Whetstone Creek Trail has been built on. So we are trying to get our permits in order to address this scenario, and Derek has been helpful in trying to share his information in all his due diligence that he has to come with his project regarding hydrology and stormwater runoff. And so there is something that is going to be forthcoming that's a little bit separate from what you guys are going to be voting on, but it is sort of correlating with the development that's being proposed. Some of the information and engineering that combines both what Derek is proposing and what Path has to address for watershed management's approval and Parks approval. Some of that information Derek was kind enough to share. Like I said, we were working on our permit, and we'll probably be forthcoming with announcements on what that timeline looks like to address that scenario. So we hope to improve the scenarios that have been plaguing that area for some time. Once again, we appreciate the opportunity to provide other connections to the trail that might be coming from Ann Street. That's the little pocket park that Derek was referring to. He is just addressing that with the Parks Review Committee to see how that might be an opportunity for the neighborhood to make its way up to the West Side Village Commercial District, which would be, considered a safe route for the neighborhood. But our primary involvement at this time from PATH is trying to address that watershed issue that has been brought to my attention. So wanted to just make that clear about what's going on. If you see PATH out there as we try to strengthen our trail connections for our Silver Comet Connector trip. Derek, I'm
great. Awesome. Thank you, Pete. I appreciate that. All right, so I'm going to jump back in. And so before I go through just a few slides, I don't want to wear this out, but a couple questions I always ask myself going into a rezoning, and most developers do, is first, do we fit with the community character that's already there? And so how do we compare against our adjacent neighbors? The next one is, how do we compare against city and community plan goals, stuff that was voted on in the last 5 years, adopted into Plan A? There's several policies for this area that are worth considering, because that's what the community's voted on, what they've wanted. How does that compare to the project? What we're building, does it pose a burden on the infrastructure? Does it improve the infrastructure around? That's an important question. And then the same thing can be said with the impact of the community. So to answer the first question, let's talk about what the existing neighborhood is. So what we see on the screen in front of us is Ladon Road is right here. Our project, our proposed project, is in red. And these are all the uses surrounding us. You see in the north side of Ladon, it's denser, it's commercial, it's multifamily condominiums to the north of us that are higher density. It's multifamily apartments across the trail that are higher density. Seelig, who I was walking the property with today, they own the 8 acres to the north. You're 5-10 years away from that being the next works. We have the West Side Village, we have Moore's Mill all north of us. When you go south, you do have single family. They're all single family detached homes. There's no evidence of on that side of the street of attached product. All the attached product has been on the north side. The apartments has been there for a long time, condos, the commercial's been there for a long time. Then they came the single family, then came the multifamily townhomes. So when you look at our project, we're very accessible. We're along all the walkable corridors, and we're a gentle transition of density as you go from commercial multifamily to our single family to the south. To move on, talk about the neighborhood's goals, things that were voted on, policies that were established. Here's several policies that we align with that were voted on in the last 5 years about the missing middle housing. Well, that's townhomes, gentle density. We just talked about that. Access without a car, we're on a trail. The land use context just went over that. Infrastructure investment, that's improving the stormwater, tree canopy. I'll talk about that in a second. With a lot of these policies, we already align with. So to answer the first two questions, you would think, yeah, we do fit in with the character of what's around us, and just by those handful of city goals and community goals, we align directly with them for this corridor. Now let's talk about some of the benefits, or some of the things that we can improve. This picture in the bottom right is what our property looked like 6 hours ago after this big rain. So we have a massive stormwater problem. And it's been going on for decades. It's been getting worse as it's not been dealt with. So our basin is 21 acres. Most of this water comes from the condominiums right above us. A lot of it comes from Seelig. A lot of water comes off these two properties combined. But we also get water still off of West Side Village that pools up here. We have a collapsed culvert that's down on the south end of the trail. The problem, this is on the north end of the trail. This is on the north end of our property. So this doesn't even get to the culvert. It sits there. And and for days and days and days, you have your mosquito infestations. The soils are destroyed in that corridor. 2/3 of the trees are dead on our property right now, or dead, dying, or hazardous. This water, we're going to have to do massive grading efforts to flip this water to get it to the south side of our property. So fixing this culvert, that's one part of it, but then also getting this water to the other side of the property and then getting it into the bridge side detention facility that's across on the other side and through a 30-inch culvert, which we're working with bridge side as well. So I say all this, it's a bigger problem. It's a bigger stormwater problem that's affecting multiple properties, regions that we can help mitigate a lot of these and that we're working through. I mentioned about making the intersection of Ladon Trail and Ladon Lane and the Whetstone Creek Trail more safe. This is the way it looks today. You can't see anybody as you pull up. If this is going to the properties on your right, you can't see a bike, a pedestrian until you're right up on the trail. And then the same thing going the other way. It's very, very dangerous right now. And these sight lines need to be improved. And that's what our project does. So pedestrians and cars will be able to see each other a lot sooner. Also, the signage, the striping, it's just been a long time. It's tired, it's worn out. You can barely see it. More needs to be done to know that this is an intersection that's becoming more and more used as the Beltline and the Silver Comet connect. We need to make improvements, and we're committed to making improvements that would make this a safer intersection, along with the sightlines improving pedestrian signage and striping. We're committed to do that, to work with DOT. We want to make that part of our project, so that's something that we can do. We talked about the trees. Last time I came through, trees were a big concern of a lot of people because it's a nice trail. The fact is, we had a tree survey done by a local arborist. We have 222 trees. 140 need to be removed, would be considered DDH today. This is a great chance to restore this tree canopy. And yeah, we're going to take down the 140 trees and some healthy trees along the way. But working with Butte Tree, we're coming up with a landscaping plan that's going to be very heavy to offset recompense and consist of trees that are better suited for this area. And so that's some work that we've done since the last time that we've had this conversation. And then traffic is another issue that we've, was brought up during our last go around. Since then, we've commissioned a traffic study on Ladon Lane, and we have a few findings that are worth stating. And I'm going to let Kevin, our engineer, work with. I'm going to let Kevin talk about some of the findings that we were able to uncover.
Okay. Before Kevin begins, it is now 8:59. I imagine we are going to need a motion to extend the meeting past 9 o'clock. Would someone like to
extend?
I'm sorry, who spoke that?
Andy.
Andy. Okay.
Second.
And was that Heather?
Yep.
Okay. Does anyone object to our extending the meeting past 9 o'clock? Okay, hearing no objection, the meeting is extended. Derek, please continue. Or whoever was.
Okay, this is Kevin here. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yep.
Perfect. So we've been doing a lot of observing of traffic.
Sorry, whoa. I can hear you in echo as well.
Is the echo gone now?
Nope.
Yes. Turn yours off and do it over here. Oh yeah, turn yours on. All right, is that better?
That's much better. Thank you.
Awesome. So the state of traffic on Ladon, monitoring it in the AM and the PM hours, we saw about 30 to 40% of capacity. That means about 4,000 to 5,000 cars a day. So this in the peak hours of the PM, according to ITE, is going to be 11 inbound trips and 7 outbound trips. Where that's really important is the inbound trips are not going to cause traffic on Ladon Lane because they're coming home to the townhome development. And right now there's no congestion in front of the townhome development that's proposed during peak hours. And so we monitored the outlets because we're expecting 7 outbound trips in that PM peak hour, according to ITE and the highway manual. Those are all operating between 12 and 30% capacity, with Dunsey being on that low end of 12 to 16% in the PM peak hours. So we have 1 to 2 trips per hour leaving the townhome community in the afternoon. And we're talking at the max, a 2% increase on a road that's already, functioning well below capacity.
Are you done?
All right. Sorry for the echo, everybody.
All right. Is that
All
it,
right,
or
and
is there
then
more?
that's pretty that's pretty much it. I'll let me just wrap up just real quick. So just to go over those first 4 questions that I went through that I think are very important when you're considering to support a rezoning. Do we fit the existing community? Well, we're surrounded by commercial, multifamily apartments, and some single-family homes on the north side of Ladon. Townhomes exist on both sides of us. This is a gentle increase in density, what's called out in the comprehensive plan, and it's right in line with what low-density residential is called out for, which include townhomes. And even the condos to the north of us, those are considered low density, and those are a higher use. So to the second question, is it aligned with the goals? Well, we just went through several policies that it directly aligns with. And a lot of them are here. Don't need to go through again. As far as the infrastructure, do we put a burden on the infrastructure? Well, I think it's the opposite. I think we're fixing a long-standing problem, and then we're improving infrastructure. We're improving the intersection of Ladon Lane and the Whetstone Creek Trail, and improving the pathways and trying to add pathways. And then so lastly, are we a positive benefit? And so every construction project will have some negatives. The disturbance, nobody wants construction next to them for 2 years, but it's an investment through the community, and what we're left with hopefully is better public safety. We've made the intersection better. We've removed over 140 dead, dying trees that are hitting structures, that are hitting path. We reduced the flooding and the stormwater that I just showed you on the property that's destroying this property and has been doing so for more than a decade, way more than a decade. We're restoring a tree canopy that we love the trail. But those trees are they're in distress, and we have a chance to restore that canopy. It's diverse housing. Some people wanted single family homes. I don't want to build $1 million homes. I want to provide more attainable homes, high 5s to 600s. It's very walkable. We're mitigating tons of environmental hazards, I believe. And so, yeah, I think to wrap that up with all those things mentioned together, I think this is a positive development and for the community, and I think it fits in with the existing character. So with that, I will turn it back over to you, Jim, and if you want to go to Q&A or whatever you want to do from here.
Can you bring the site plan back up again?
Yeah.
What's your first slide, or very near your first slide, the site plan?
I hope the other side gets a chance to talk.
Can you, yes, that site plan. Yes. Okay, so for those who are not familiar with PDH zoning, which is zoning we have on a few different parcels in our area, including DuPont Commons, Adams Crossing, and Westside Station, it is by nature a site plan specific zoning. So that when we deal with the question of should this zoning happen or shouldn't this zoning happen, what this zoning is the site plan that you see before you. There are very few like loose strictures in PDH. It's all about the site plan, right? Now, the last time this came before us, we did not have a recommendation from Bolton because of some chaos, but my understanding is this time we do, that the Bolton neighborhood met and voted by 60 to 49 to approve this rezoning. Jim, Emily, would one of you like to elaborate on that?
That is correct. And good evening to everyone. We understand the change can bring strong opinions, and we respect all the voices in Bolton. Tonight, we're here to discuss a proposal for townhomes thoughtfully positioned next to single-family homes and our West Side Village. We see this not as a development, but as a way to build community. There's support from organizations like Path Foundation, local arborists that we trust, like Booty Tree, and importantly from our neighbors at Clayburne Place and Bridgeside. For the 3,000 people of Bolton, the desire is to create a more vibrant future, to see our home values appreciate, to welcome new restaurants, theater, and arts, and to improve traffic through multimodal options. We believe this project is a gentle, necessary step toward that shared, flourishing vision for all of us. Bolton voted for the affirmative of this project, 60 to 49, though there's so many more people that are out there, for and against that didn't have a chance to vote. Bolton would like to make a motion to approve this zoning.
You would like to make a motion to approve the zoning, right, Jim?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So Jim has made a motion that we approve. Is there a second?
Please.
Second.
I'm sorry, because the site plan is up, I can't see who's
Are
speaking.
you muted?
I'm sorry, one
muted?
more time, please.
Second, Kevin McFeely. My hand's raised.
Okay. Okay, so there has been a motion and a second that we approve this. So before we get to the vote on that motion, there is a secondary question, which is who gets to vote? Now, we had this question come up the last time as well. One of the parties to this underlying transaction is the Clayburne Place homeowners. And I have ruled that the Clayburne Place homeowners have a financial stake in this and therefore should abstain from voting, must abstain from voting. But the last time this came up, there was an appeal to the body, which is perfectly allowed, and the body saw fit to permit them to vote. I am expecting that to happen once again. Is there an appeal to the body of that decision? I see a lot of hands raised. Kevin, would you like to appeal that decision to the body?
Yeah, appeal. I think they should be allowed to vote.
Okay, Kevin appeals. Is there a second to Kevin's appeal?
Second.
Sorry, I have trouble figuring out who speaks.
Second. This is Evan.
I'm sorry, this is who?
Evan.
Evan, right.
Yep.
That's okay. No, it's just, I think maybe if we made the site plan small, it would be a little easier to tell who's speaking, right? Okay, so we've had a motion and a second that we should allow the Clayburne Place homeowners to participate in this vote. And I assume the rationale for that is because their financial interest is indirect, right? Is that correct? Kevin?
That is correct. I was nodding my head. Yes.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I'm still trying to get the site plan to go away. There's a button here somewhere that makes that happen. I was hoping Derek would do it. Thank you, Derek. All right. So there has been a motion and a second that we should allow the Clayburne Place homeowners to participate in this vote. There are others here who have financial interests in this, who are not included as yet, at least, in that motion. Derek himself, who is otherwise a voting member of this body. There's a Mr. Hunsucker, who is also a party to this transaction. There are the business associates, employees, etc., of those two individuals and any others. Is there anyone else who is included in this motion, or does it strictly apply to the Clayburne Place homeowners? Kevin.
As far as I know, we approved Clayburne in June, and so that would be what I'm motioning
So
this time.
Right. So this is to allow the Clayburne Place homeowners to participate in the vote, and no one else with a financial interest in this transaction may participate in the vote. Correct? Okay. Is everyone clear on what has been moved? Which is that we will allow the Clayburne Place homeowners to vote, but not anyone else with a financial interest, right? Okay. So I am going to once again launch poll. And if you are in favor of the motion, which is the appeal, you wish to allow the Clayburne Place homeowners to vote in this, on this matter, then you would say yes. If you are opposed, you would say no. And if you wish to abstain, you may abstain or tell us you're not a voting member, just as with all other questions, right? Okay.
How are you voting?
I am voting no. If I wasn't going to vote no, I wouldn't have made the ruling in the first place.
I'll go with you, Jim.
Pardon?
I'm with you, Jim.
Okay. Shall I?
Don't we all have a financial interest in what goes on here? I vote yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we have 2 no's and 1 yes at my connection.
I figured Shelley and I cancel each other out.
Okay, that's fine. All right, and I see responses still changing. Everybody had a chance to respond. I'm being slow in closing this because the totals are looking very close.
Jim,
Yes?
I have a
So-
second person here at my connection.
I understand. I'm going to get to that.
Okay.
I'm going to get to that. Yes. All right. So I'm going to end the poll now. And I'm going to share the result. And there are 81 in favor. And there are 79 opposed. And there are 12 abstaining. And Emily, you were unable to vote because you are my co-host, right?
Yes.
Okay. And your vote is yes? You are in favor?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And who else here was unable to respond to the poll for whatever reason?
I wasn't able to, Jim. My husband is with me at this connection, Steve Cantonis.
Okay. Steve Cantonis. Steve, how do you vote?
No. No.
No. Okay. Is there anyone else who was unable to respond to the poll?
Hi, Jim. My name's Megan Middleton. My husband responded on the poll. His name is David Middleton. He's sitting next to me. And
Okay.
I would like to respond, yes, we would like Clayburne to be able to vote.
Okay. David, can you speak your vote as well, please?
I also voted yes.
Okay. Very good.
Thank you.
Anyone else here unable to respond to the poll?
Hi, I'm the second person on Fred Norton's. My name is Darby Norton, and I believe that Clayburne should be able to vote. I mean, yes.
Okay. And Fred, you are there as well?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Anyone else unable to respond to the poll?
Yes, Josie Knackers. I have a second person at my connection, Jason Knackers.
Okay.
I voted no, and he's going to tell you his vote.
No.
No. Okay.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else who was unable to respond to the poll?
Yes, this is Danielle Phillips. I am voting yes, and I have a companion here who is
Mary Mercer, I'm voting yes.
I'm sorry, the name, please?
Mary Mercer.
Mary Mercer. Okay. And you are a cohabitant at this address?
yes,
Okay. And you are voting yes.
yes.
Okay. Is there anyone else who was unable to respond to the poll?
Hey, Jim, this is Dave Delchamps. I'm the second person on Lawton Delchamps' connection. She voted no. I'm also voting no.
Okay. Is she there?
Yes, I'm here.
Very good. Okay. Is there anyone else who was unable to respond to the poll?
Hey,
yes.
Jim, this is Jim Fletcher. Catherine is here. I already voted yes on the motion, and she's also voting yes on the motion.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Anyone else unable to respond to the poll?
Yes, this is Kelly O'Neill. I am voting yes.
Okay, Kelly O'Neill, and you cohabitate with Christy Adcock?
Well, I have my own place at Clayburne.
So you are at Christy Adcock's connection, but you have a different address.
Correct.
Okay, and what is your address?
I'm in unit 203, same address, but different unit.
Okay, very good.
Thank
Is
you.
there anyone else who was unable to respond to the poll? No? All right. In that case,
Sorry, I've got two votes here. I already voted electronically. I'm here with Stephanie Williams. We're in a really loud place. I'm going to show you her, and we both vote no.
Stephanie Williams. I'm sorry, where is Stephanie Williams? Oh, there's
Right
Stephanie
next to me. Yeah.
Okay, and she shares an address with you?
We both own two homes in the neighborhood. Yes.
Okay. And you, Stephanie votes no.
We both do, yes. I already voted electronically.
You voted
Thank you.
electronically. I understand.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else who was unable to respond to the poll?
This is Melba Jameson. I just wasn't
Yes?
able to respond to the poll and I vote no.
Okay. And so you were just unable to respond.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Anybody else?
Hey, Jim. Kevin McFeely's here with my wife, Sarah Green. Sarah, you guys say hi.
Hey, hello.
Say, I'm voting yes.
Oh, I'm voting yes.
And I assume you cohabitate?
Yes.
Good. All right. Is there anybody else who was unable to respond to the poll?
Yes, this is Jason Baumunk with my wife, Melanie. Say hi.
Hello.
Melanie Beaumont?
That's correct. Voting no.
No.
Okay. And you also cohabitate, I assume?
That's correct.
Okay. Anyone else unable to respond to the poll?
Yes, there are two of us here on the Harris Pervase connection. My husband Harris voted, and I'm the wife Joanna. I'd like to vote yes.
Okay. Joanna
Fleming.
Pervase. Joanna
Fleming.
Pervase?
Fleming.
Fleming. Got it. Okay. Anybody else?
Yes.
Yes.
This is Rachel Minix.
Rachel
I
Minix.
vote no.
Okay. And you
Yes.
cohabitate with Andy Minix.
Andy.
Andrew Minix.
Correct.
And he is there.
Correct.
You're
Correct.
there, Andrew, right? Andrew?
Aye.
Aye.
I vote
Okay.
no.
Okay. So one of you voted electronically and the other just voted now, right?
Correct.
Okay. Anybody else? Are we done?
Hi,
Going once?
Marissa Winsky. I'd like to vote yes.
Okay. And you were
I'm
unable
a
to respond to
homeowner
the
at Clayburne Place.
poll? No, I understand. And you were
oh.
unable to respond to the poll, or you were the second person to connection?
There's a second person. Angel is already voted, but I am Marissa Winsky.
Ah, okay.
Thank you.
And Marissa, your address is the same?
Same as Clayburne Place, Unit 308.
Got it. Are we done now?
Jim, this is Boomer Dangle. I've got a second person with me.
My name
Okay.
is Abby Flaxer. We cohabitate. I vote yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hi,
Anybody
Jim.
else?
Hi, Jim. This is Morgan Hanson and John Halsack. I was able to vote and he was not able to vote.
I vote no.
Okay. And John, you are
He's my husband.
cohabitating? Okay, so you have the same address.
Correct.
Okay. All good? Anybody else? Are we done? Okay. I'm going to count now. Okay.
Let's.
Okay, so by a vote of 92 to 89 to 12, we have decided that the Clayburne Place homeowners can vote. Right? So we have a motion on the floor that's to approve. We know who can vote. When everybody registered for this meeting, did anyone register with an address that is a multifamily dwelling and not give a unit number? Anybody? Multifamily dwelling without a unit number. Nobody did that when they registered.
Yes. I did.
Yes, you did. Okay. Nuri, what is your unit number?
2400.
Okay. Anybody else register in a multifamily dwelling without a unit number? No. Okay. So we know who's able to vote. We have a motion on the floor. Does everyone understand the motion, which is that we approve this rezoning? Is there any discussion of that motion? Andy, your hand is raised.
Yes, I would like to make a motion to amend the current motion by adding the following condition. Any approval shall be subject to the standards for low-density residential Sector 2 under the City of Atlanta Land Use Intensity Ratio Table, which establishes a maximum floor area ratio, FAR, of 0.348 based on gross land area.
Okay, I'm going to cut you off there because you cannot amend a motion with something that contradicts the underlying motion. And the underlying motion was a motion to approve the rezoning, which includes the site plan, which shows a floor area ratio of either 0.5 or 0.6, depending on the standard that is used for calculation. So, I mean, that would be a different motion. That would not be an amendment to this motion. Jaren, discussion of the motion. Jaren, your hand is raised, but you are muted. You will need to unmute if you wish to speak.
Is that me?
There you go.
Sorry about that. No. Sorry. I heard you and then I couldn't get off of mute. You had asked or indicated that the last vote was around Clayburne, but that there were other groups that would not be able to vote who had a financial interest. Did you list those other areas or did I not hear your statement correctly?
No, you heard my statement. I did not list those. I did not list specifically. I said Derek, for example, cannot vote on this matter.
Okay.
Although he is, as I understand it, a voting member of this body. He has a financial interest. He is the applicant.
So
Mr.
is
Hunsucker
it
cannot-
just, okay, I'm sorry.
Yes. So if you have a business relationship with these applicants,
okay,
and you are not a Clayburne Place homeowner, or if you have a business relationship with these applicants in general, you should not vote on this. You may not vote on this, I should say, right?
Okay.
Okay.
The vote for Clayburne to vote, which thank goodness that passed. I thought it was already addressed in June. And then secondarily, they cannot vote on the rezoning that is going to be voted on momentarily. Is that what you're saying?
They who?
Derek, who has a financial.
Derek may not vote on the rezoning.
Okay. And the
As
other
an example.
individuals that you mentioned.
Right. And people with a similar interest, right? I mean, I don't know what everyone's interrelationship here is. I mean, if you're a realtor fronting for one of these transactions, if you are a subcontractor, if you are Boutte Tree, who apparently is going to be doing a lot of tree removal on the site, any of those people has a financial interest, right? Whereas neighbors who simply live in the area, and as we have determined, Clayburne Place homeowners, who we are counting as neighbors who simply live in the area, may vote, right?
Got it.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Kevin, discussion.
Yes, I had a question for Pete Pellegrino on what he presented earlier. Is this the proper time to ask that?
Possibly. We have a motion on the floor to approve. Is
Okay.
it relevant to that?
It is a clarification on understanding the plans.
Okay, clarification. Go
Great.
ahead.
Pete, so is it correct, my understanding correct, that the Path Foundation will be doing mitigation work on that culvert pipe regardless of whether or not this development happens? Or is that contingent on this development happening?
No, Path is working with Watershed Management and the Parks Department to address this scenario. It has nothing to do with the proposed development that's being discussed right now. It's my understanding that it's been a problem for some time and that Derek has been kind enough to share some of the things that are warranted from an engineering and site development approval process that I've been working with Watershed Management on. So that's what my understanding is, that Watershed is wanting to work with Path to address this scenario because it's our basic trail project.
Okay, thank you.
Chrissy, you have a question on the motion or discussion of the motion?
Yes, I just wanted to point out that at the June meeting, Jody made a motion to vote on this and we voted immediately. So I would like to let's move this vote along. No further
Well,
discussion, please.
Agreed. The only person holding it up was you because I see no other hands raised. The one difference that we had this evening, by the way, was that we voted on the eligibility of voters after the motion was made to approve. So same issue, just different order. On that note, then, I believe we are ready for the question, or perhaps we're not. Kelly, you have just raised your hand.
Motion to deny the
No.
rezoning.
No. That
No?
doesn't
Okay.
work. We have a motion on the floor, and we are
Sorry, I
about
missed
to
that.
vote on that motion, right? So the motion on the floor is a motion to approve the rezoning as it has been presented to us, right? Second, let me get my, sorry. As it has been presented to us. So I am going to bring up another poll, and you are going to have the chance to say yes, meaning you are in favor of the motion, meaning you are in favor of recommending the approval of the rezoning. You can say no, meaning that you are opposed to the motion and would like to do something else, which isn't necessarily denying. If we are going to deny, we would need to have another motion. If we are going to defer, we would need to have another motion. So the only way this wraps up is we approve some motion, right? So the motion now on the floor is that we approve this rezoning, and I am going to go back and find the poll and launch it. So you are now looking at the poll. If you are in favor of approving the rezoning, you can tell us that. If you are opposed, you can tell us that. I'm sorry, there's people having a conversation in the background there.
Actually, Jim, I had a question, clarification.
A question of clarification. Yes, Heather.
So I know that there's things that are being interpreted or being reviewed by another body, not NPU-D. But if something is being reviewed by, say, legal or other departments, will that be something that has to come back to the NPU-D, or would that be handled differently?
If the legal department decides that this plan does not meet the requirements of the zoning that is being asked for, then it would either die on the vine or come back to us as a different plan. So it is conceivable that we could see this yet again in the future. Kevin, you have a question? We're in the process of voting at the moment.
I have a second person with me ready to cast their vote.
Okay,
when
yes,
you're
we're
ready.
gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Okay, so before we get to that, there are three of us here. Eva.
No.
No. Shelley? Okay. So there are 2 no's and an abstention at my connection. I'm sorry, there's people having a conversation in the background. There we go. Okay. And I believe people have stopped responding to the poll. So I'm going to end the poll and share the results. And there are 108 people opposed. There are 64 people in favor. And there are 4 people abstaining.
Wait, I didn't vote. I
That's
was trying
okay.
to ask you to repeat the
That's okay.
motion, but
That's okay. If you wish to vote and were unable to vote, you can vote now because we are now picking up all the people who were unable to respond to the poll, right? Okay. So if you were unable to respond to the poll, please raise your hand and I will call on you. Emily, you were unable to respond to the poll, right?
Yes, I wish to abstain.
Abstaining. Okay. Let's see. Sarah.
Yes, I have a second person here than my husband.
Okay. Did I hear from him before? Remind me his name.
No,
I'm Glenn McGehee, 2144 Adams Drive.
Okay, got it. Glenn.
So a no.
Gehee. And you are a no?
Yes, I'm a no.
Okay, got it. All right. Treva.
Hi, yes, I'm in favor.
Okay, and you were simply unable to respond?
I was unable to respond because there was a question that came in and then I was trying to
No, I understand. I wanted to make sure I understood why you are now
Mhm.
voting. It was because you were unable to respond. Okay.
Yeah.
You are in favor.
Uh-huh.
All right. Got it. Fred.
Hi, this is Fred Norton. My wife Darby's right here.
Hi, and I vote no.
Okay. And I got your name before, right?
Yes.
Okay. Russell.
Hi, I'm Russell. I vote no. And
I vote no too. I'm Nicole.
Okay. And I assume you cohabitate?
Yeah.
yes, we do.
Okay. Tatum.
Hi, I voted. My husband is here, and
Yes, Rémi Predal, and I vote no.
Okay. I'm sorry. The name again, please.
Rémi Predal,
R-A.
R-E-M-I.
R-E-M-I.
Yes, and P-R-E-D-A-L.
E-D-A-L. Got it. And I'm sorry. And you voted how?
no.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. And you cohabitate?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Amber.
I vote no.
Okay. And you simply were unable to respond, right?
Yeah, I closed the window to raise my hand and then I couldn't get the window back.
No, that's fine. I understand. Just making sure I understand. All right. Morgan.
I was able to vote, but my husband, John, was not.
I vote no.
No. And it's Sean?
John.
John
J-O-N.
Hanson. Okay.
Halsac, Halsac.
Oh, Halsack. Okay. Kevin.
Hey, Sarah Green here, and I vote yes.
Okay. And did we have you before? I'm sorry. Yes, we did. Okay.
Yes.
Megan.
Hi, Megan Middleton. I voted on the poll already, and this is my husband, David.
I'm going to vote no.
Okay. All right. Harris.
Yeah, I voted already, but my wife, Joanna Fleming, wasn't able to.
I vote no.
No. Okay. And Pedro.
Yes, I voted no electronically. I'm here with Stephanie Williams.
Okay. Stephanie? Stephanie?
She's voting no, but she can't hear you for some reason.
Oh.
Can you hear her?
I heard noises. I
Okay.
can see.
She's
I can
voting
see
no.
her
Can you give him a
I'll-
thumbs down? Annie?
I'll take your word
She's-
for it. She's a no. Is that
She's
right?
voting no. Yeah, she's
Okay.
voting no. Yeah.
Got it. Danielle.
Sorry about that. We're just in a really loud place.
Danielle.
Yes, Mary Mercer here. I'm voting yes.
And I got your information before, right?
Yes.
Okay. Jason.
Hi, here again with my wife, Melanie.
No.
Voting no.
Voting no. Okay. And I got your information before also, right? Melanie, yes.
That's right.
Uh-huh. Okay. Priscilla.
Yes, I've cast my vote, but my partner needs to cast his as well.
And I vote no.
No, and I'm sorry, your name?
Michael McClary.
And you cohabitate?
Yes.
Okay. Jenny.
No, I was unable to vote, and I vote yes.
Okay. And you were just unable to vote, right?
Yes.
Okay. Jody.
Yes.
Steve Cantonis, no.
Steve Cantonis. Okay. Marley.
Yes, I was able to vote, but my husband, Ronnie, was not.
Okay.
I
Ronnie.
vote no.
Ronnie Cadoret.
No.
Cataract, yes.
Okay. And you are a no. Got it.
Thank
Okay.
Knows how to.
Henry.
But
Hang on. Sorry.
Somebody's got to do another motion.
Yes.
Henry.
I was able to vote, but my wife with me here, Bijou, was unable to vote.
And that's Bijou Gervais?
Mm-hmm. I vote
B-I-J-E-U?
Bijou.
O-U. Okay, I was close.
Mhm.
All right. And you voted how?
I vote no.
Okay. Arleth. Arleth, your hand is raised. But you are muted and I cannot hear you. Boomer, your hand is raised.
I voted, Jim. Go ahead.
This is Abby Flaxer. I vote yes.
Okay. Got it. All right. Arleth, going once. Going twice. All right.
Oh, you didn't sign in the right way.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Okay. So everybody's done voting, right? All right. Hang on for a moment, please. Okay, so that motion is defeated by a vote of 124 to 69 with 6 abstentions.
Wow.
So we again open the floor to discussion of this question. By all means, raise your hand if you would like to chat some more about it or make a different motion or something.
Go home.
Paul? Okay, so Paul has made a motion to deny.
Second.
And Heather has seconded.
Wow. Gotta go through all that again.
Okay, so I see some hands raised. Paul, your hand is just left over from having made the motion, right? Don?
Hey, I just didn't catch that. 214, 69 to 2, was it?
Oh, the vote on the last one?
Yeah.
That's all right. Hang on. Wait a minute.
Sorry.
It was 69 in favor, 124 opposed, and 6 abstaining. Okay. So we now have a motion on the floor from Paul to deny. That has been properly made and seconded. So is there discussion of that motion? Okay. So the motion is a motion to deny. If you are in favor of denial, you are in favor of the motion. If you wish the rezoning to be denied, you are in favor of the motion. If you do not wish the rezoning,
comment.
hang on, please raise your hand. If you do not wish the rezoning to be denied, if you would like to do something other than recommending denial of the rezoning, then you would vote no on the motion. You can still abstain and you can still tell us you're not a voting member, same as always, right? So just like we had a couple votes ago on the parking exception, this is a motion to recommend denial, right? Okay, Steve, your hand is raised.
Hi, Jim. We are denying the zoning?
The motion is that we recommend denial of the proposed rezoning.
Okay.
Right. So if you are in favor of the motion, you would like to recommend denial of the proposed rezoning, right? Evan, your hand is raised.
Yeah, I just wanted to comment from the perspective of Clayburne Place. Just that I think a lot of people are denying this with the mindset that the land will just stay as is forever. But Clayburne, I mean, we have no reason to keep this land. It's a large tax liability for us and honestly a hazard. It totaled someone's car last year, so
I understand, but you're now discussing the underlying question rather than the motion itself, right?
Yeah,
not
I'm
supporting
sorry to
it,
interrupt, but what
Whoa, whoa,
I'm
whoa,
hearing
whoa, whoa,
now
whoa.
is I'm hearing advocacy for a decision.
Hang on, I'm
This is
sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Please raise your hand. So you are now discussing the underlying question, not the motion. The motion is a motion to deny, right? And I mean, you can be in favor of that motion or opposed to that motion for whatever reason you want.
I'm
The only
discussing the
guidance-
motion to
the only
deny
gui-
the application with pertinent
sorry.
information around the
I'm sorry,
application.
Yes, look, the only guidance that we provide in NPU-D, which is listed on the agenda, right, is sorry, gotta find it now.
All I wanted to say was that if it's not this development, it could be something that's much larger in scale. So I just think the idea that this will remain green space forever is not feasible.
Okay,
so
so
that's all I'll say on that.
Okay, so once again, the standard is that a business matter shall be judged by the voting members of NPU-D by the criterion of serving the greatest good of the community. The burden of proof in all business matters shall lie with the applicant, right? That's what it says in the bylaws, right? Okay. Heather, you have discussion of the motion? Anne, you have discussion of the motion?
I just had a question.
Yep.
And I'm not trying to take any side whatsoever, but what is the reason for denying the proposed rezoning? I mean, obviously, I don't live in Bolton. I live in Hills Park, so I don't know what's going on. But it's clear that a lot of people don't want this, and I'm just curious why.
Can I actually ask the clarification of the motion that I was going to do before we get into
Yeah, I'm
Anne's
sorry,
question? Because
yeah,
I didn't get off
had
the
your hand-
I didn't
you
get
had
off
your
of
hand-
mute.
Yeah, you had your hand raised and then you lowered it. So I thought you, but go ahead.
No, I hit the wrong button.
Okay.
So my question was, because we voted to deny the approval, we still have to vote on the denial or approval of the rezoning, correct? I thought the denial might have taken
no.
care of it. Okay,
We
just wanted to
have
clarify that.
Right. We have to pass a motion, right? We failed to pass a motion to approve, and so we are now addressing a motion to deny. Pedro.
No, I'll hold my comment. Let's just vote as quickly as possible so more people don't drop off.
Okay. So we have a motion to deny. It's been properly made and seconded. We've discussed that motion. Everybody understands if you are in favor of the motion, you are in favor of recommending denial of this application, right? That's clear to everyone. So I'm going to find the polls. Stop
I'm
sharing.
sorry. I'm confused. If I want the land to sell, am I voting yes or no right now?
If you want the land to sell,
I'm sorry. If I want it to be rezoned. I'm sorry. If I want it to be rezoned.
If you are in favor of the rezoning, you are opposed to this motion. Right? You are against the motion that has been made if you are in favor of the rezoning. If you are opposed to the rezoning, you are in favor of the motion that has been made, right? Everybody clear?
No.
No, everybody isn't clear? I heard somebody shout no.
Sorry, it's Heather Gowdy. I'm sorry. I'm just not understanding. Sorry.
A motion has been made, and it is a motion to recommend denial of this application. So right now, I'm going to launch a poll. You can see that poll. It says, are you in favor of the motion as stated? The motion as stated was that we should recommend denial of this application. If you are in favor of recommending denial of this application, if you are opposed to this application, the answer is yes, I am in favor. If you are against the denial of this application, meaning you'd like to do something else, perhaps approve it, as several people, I forget how many, did on the last vote, right? I mean, if you are one of the 69 people who voted to approve this rezoning, then you presumably are not in favor of now denying it, right? Also, if you feel compelled to defer the application for some reason or to return to discussion of the application, you might also be opposed to the motion, right? So, are we clear on that? Jody, your hand is raised.
Yes, we have an extra vote here at disconnection.
We're not at that point yet. Okay.
Okay.
So, all right. While that is going on, Eva.
Yes. I'm in favor of the motion.
Okay. Shelley. Okay. So at my connection, we have 2 yeses and 1 abstain. All right. So, believe the numbers have stopped changing. So I'm going to end the poll and share the results. And what we see is that 105 people are in favor. 53 people are opposed. And 3 people are abstaining. Now, people who were unable to respond to the poll. Emily, I assume you were again unable.
Yes, I'm going to abstain again.
Okay. Pedro. You're muted, Pedro. You're still muted, Pedro.
I'm trying. Let me get to a quiet place. But Stephanie Williams is with me here and she votes yes.
Okay.
She's right here.
Got it. I saw her before. Sarah.
Hey, that's a big yes for me, Gwen, here as well.
Okay. Jody.
Steve, yes.
Yes. Danielle.
Mary Mercer here. No.
Okay. Jason.
Melanie is with me.
Yes.
Melanie says yes. Okay. Megan.
Hi, Megan Middleton, and I vote yes.
Okay. Morgan.
John Halsack, I vote yes.
Russell and Nicole.
Nicole voted on the client, and I vote yes.
Okay. Tatum.
Yes, Remy here, and I vote yes.
Okay. Boomer.
This is Abby Flaxer. Boomer sitting next to me. I vote no.
Okay. Harris.
Joanna Fleming, I vote yes.
Okay. I don't see, oh, yeah, I don't see any other hands raised. Do I? I mean, I'm lowering the hands of people who didn't lower their own hand, but I don't think anybody is waiting to vote. Okay. So are we done then? I think we're done, right? Okay. In that case, there are so by a vote of 116 to 55 to 5, that motion passes and we are recommending denial of this application, right? Okay, we can move on then on our agenda. And that brings us to our last business item, which is a citywide ordinance that is prohibiting the use of barbed wire and razor wire along public rights of way in all zoning districts.
Make a motion to approve.
I heard a mumble
I made a
from
motion to
Eva.
approve.
Eva has made a motion that we approve that.
I second the motion.
Okay, so we have a motion to approve Z2563 made by Eva, seconded by Maya.
Maybe there should have been some discussion. I don't know.
Well,
No.
no what?
Sorry,
No.
I thought I was on mute.
You did not. Okay, so we have a motion that's been properly made and seconded that we approve this prohibition against barbed wire and razor wire. Heather, you.
I did not hear the word prohibition, so never mind. I'm lowering my hand.
I believe it's a prohibition. Let me prohibiting. Yes, it is prohibiting.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So we have a motion. It's been properly made and seconded that we approve this. Is there any further discussion of that motion? I'm not hearing any. So I am going to launch yet another poll. And if you are in favor of the motion, meaning you are in favor of recommending approval of that ordinance, you can tell us that. If you are opposed because you think razor wire is good, you can tell us that. If you are opposed for other reasons, you can tell us that as well. Or you can abstain. While that is going on, Eva.
I
You made the
approve my
motion.
motion, yeah.
Are you in favor then?
Yeah, right.
Yes, you are in favor.
Yes.
Okay, Shelley.
Yes.
Yes, there are 3 yeses here at my connection. Okay. And I see responses are still changing. I give it a few more seconds here. Think we're done. Ending the poll. Sharing the results. We have 86 in favor. We have 9 opposed. And we have 16 abstaining. Emily, you were once again unable to vote, I assume.
I vote yes.
Okay. Anybody else unable to vote? Pedro.
Hi, here with Stephanie.
I vote yes.
Okay.
Finally in a quiet place. Sorry for the noise earlier.
No worries. Megan.
Hi, Megan Middleton. I vote yes.
Okay. Anybody else unable to vote on the poll? Not seeing any more hands. So that is, let's see, 92 to 9 with 16 abstentions that we recommend approval. And that is our last business item for the evening. So you can stick around if you feel like chatting, but I believe we are done. Right? Cameron, your hand is raised.
Thank you, Jim.
Yes. Yeah, Jim, thanks. Quick question. Are we able to attend the ZRB meeting virtually? I know we can't speak. I just want to know if I can attend.
Oh, well, now you can attend the ZRB meeting in person and you can speak at the ZRB meeting.
Okay, thanks for the clarification. And where is that held?
There is public comment. It will be at City Hall. I believe they usually do the ZRB in main council chambers, not in the committee rooms.
Right.
And the date as shown is November the 13th, and the ZRB is an evening meeting, I believe, which would be 6 p.m. But you might want to check that online or email me and I'll reconfirm it because I don't have the website up in front of me now, but I believe it begins at 6 p.m. and I believe it's in main council chambers.
Much appreciated. Thanks.
And if you are going with a group of people who wish to speak on a particular side of an issue, there is a time limit imposed on the side that is being spoken to, so that each individual person doesn't get so many minutes, but rather everybody speaking on one side of an issue gets so many minutes. So that if you do wish to coordinate with neighbors beforehand, so as not to run out the clock on others who wish to speak, it would be a good idea. Steve.
Hi, Jim. Any other business? I just had a quick question.
No other business. We are done except for your question.
The intersection at Bolton and Marietta Boulevard, there was a traffic study that came before us a while ago and a proposed plan that went to GDOT, and it never came back. Do you recall that? Or do you know anything?
I remember there was one associated with the closing of the end of Adams Drive, and that was probably 15
It was a
years
while ago.
Yeah, 10 or 15 years ago. Is that the plan is that the plan you're referring to?
No, this was about maybe a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Where they have those temporary
Yeah, I mean, we may have had a presentation. I don't
Yes, we had a
remember getting
presentation. Yes.
plan, but probably the person to reach out to on that would be Dustin.
Okay.
Someone in his office would be able to help you. Like I said, I really don't remember the particular plan you're talking about.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Okay.
All right.
Can we go home?
Everybody else done chatting?
Yeah.
Shall I end the meeting then?
Yes.
Hearing no
Thank you.
objection.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Night.
Recording stopped.